Workout number 2. We are going to be using a mounting block and a saddle pad today, so that's all you're going to need, along with a lot of enthusiasm for a great workout. So we're going to go ahead and get started by thinking about pulling our navel toward our spine, and then we're going to do a gentle march and twist exercise. So you can keep your knee bent this time, really thinking about aiming your elbow so that it's above your knee. You don't have to worry about reaching down and touching your knee. It's more important to keep your balance, have good form, get a nice gentle twist in a very controlled way as you shift from left to right. This exercise will warm up the joints, get some mobility going, it will raise your heart rate, and it will also help you practice using different parts of your body while maintaining good core stability, which is so important for riding. We have to have that ability to stay very stable through our trunk, not rigid, not tight, but stable, so that we can then go with the flow of the horse's movement without flopping all over the place on the top. So great job here. One more to each side, and good job. We're going to go right into some block squats. So again, on this one, you want to first make sure you engage your core, feet, knees, hips, all facing in the same direction. Go ahead and come up, and then we're going to reach those glutes back and come back up. Reach back and come up. Reach back and come up. Arms can go forward, and then you come up. Arms forward and come up. And if you feel really good and stable doing this, you can play around a little bit with what happens if I bend a little bit deeper, if I close that hip angle. What happens if I stay a little bit more upright? Because when we ride, we're going to be in different postures depending upon what we're doing. So it's really good to practice being able to control your body in different angles where you are able to go really deep or a lot more upright and have that same great form. So good job on that. That should be getting your heart rate up, but just in case it's not coming up enough, we're going to go right into a modified jumping jack. So yes, we're hopping. Here we go. We're going to bring our arms forward and back in. So this is the movement. You want to think about not letting your knees collapse in. So no pinching with your knees. We're trying to keep the knees and toes going in the same direction. Everything should be aligned. Moving that upper body in a nice gentle way here before we go into a full jumping jack later. But this will get you in a good motion with your lower body, because you can really focus on activating that core, holding it there even as your heart rate gets up. You can tell it's worked for me. By the way, I'm gasping for breath as I'm talking. So hopefully you don't have to talk. You should still be able to talk, but it should be a little bit challenging. Oh, great job. It's definitely challenging for me. So we're going to go right into a plank with a leg lift, if you can do the leg lift. You want your shoulders over your hands. This is a modified plank. But for some people, even just this is going to be really challenging. So thinking about engaging your abs, not letting your body drop. If you are feeling any kind of pain in your low back, it's going to be better to move your hips up and away rather than struggle to try and fight to not sag. So from here, get in that nice neutral position. Think about drawing your navel into your spine, and then we're going to lift one leg, hold it, and then switch. Lift the opposite leg, hold it, switch. Lift one leg, switch, opposite leg. Great job. Here we go. Opposite leg, holding on tight, keeping those abs nice and strong, don't sag. If you have to stop the leg lift to keep your form, always be willing to go back down to an easier form of the movement that you can do in control versus doing something out of control because you're trying to do something too big. Great job on that. We're going to go right into a standing side kick, drawing your abs. Standing here, you're going to challenge your balance by lifting that leg out to the side. Just a nice gentle lift here. balancing on that leg. Now don't lock your knee out, but your leg can be straight. Just don't put a lot of strain on that joint trying to the standing leg by locking it out. And then the other leg, you want your hip facing forward, so don't turn your hip out like you would in a ballet class. This is a movement where we're going to keep those hips forward, knees forward, toes forward. All right, great job. We're going to switch to the other side. Same concept, making sure you're maintaining that nice stable core, lifting that leg out to the side, noticing what your shoulder's doing. Are they tight? Are they creeping up around your ears? Or are they staying pretty relaxed? Noticing what your balance is like on one side versus the other. This is a great opportunity for body awareness where we don't have to worry about unbalancing our horse while we possibly lose our balance and rebalance. So one more, I lost my balance talking about it. Great job on that. Okay, we're gonna go right into a reverse back extension. And for this, you'll wanna put your saddle pad here. It's more comfortable if you do it that way. Hands are down on the lower steps, and you're going to lift your legs and then engage your glutes. Now your heels can be together, toes slightly apart, and think about engaging your glutes first. For some people, this is enough of an exercise right here because you may be really weak in that area. And then you'll drop your legs down. We can just lift it up to where we're horizontal and drop down. If you're a little bit stronger, fire those glutes, lift up, and get a little more work in the hamstrings. But we always want those glutes to do the work first, then the hamstrings, not the low back. So if you're feeling it in your low back, don't lift as high, or just lift and hold in a horizontal position. We'll do one more. And great job on that. Yay! Going right into I need my saddle pad, side plank position where we have our shoulder over our elbow, feet can be stacked, and we're just going to hold it here, engaging those abs, nice neutral back, just feeling that work in this static exercise where we're not moving, just holding the body nice and stable. We should have good alignment of our spine all the way through, so not sagging down and not overly up. We should be in one aligned body position here. So great job on that side. I'm going to swap my mounting block. You can just turn to the other side, and we're going to do the other side. Great job here. So just holding here, remembering to breathe, holding those abs nice and engaged. We don't want to hold our breath. We want to learn to use those deep core muscles and still breathe. So this will help you do that because you have to breathe when you get your heart rate up like we're doing here. Great job on this side. We're going to go right into, speaking of elevating that heart rate, we're going to go right into a full jumping jack. So here we go. And remember, just because now we're doing greater motion doesn't mean that we let go of our core muscles. We still want to think about having a nice engaged core, using our body to control that movement. Great job here. Good job, hang with it. Heart rate's going up, I know, but that's how you develop that endurance to stay strong and not give out before your horse does. So great job here. Just a few more seconds, keep it going. You've got this. All right, good job. Okay, and we're gonna go right into a really delicious cool down exercise where we're going to stand shoulders over the wrists and then just lift opposite hand and foot. So lifting away from one another. This is great work across the diagonal of the body, lifting from one side to the other. Nice controlled movement here too. You have to balance. You don't want to put too much weight in your hands, but you will feel, you'll notice how much weight actually goes in as you shift your weight to lift that opposite leg and hand. So great job here. Just a couple more, really reaching that heel away from the fingertips. And good job. Let's go ahead and get a nice shoulder stretch here. Ideally, we would hold this for about 30 seconds. We don't have time for that today because I promised that these workouts will be 10-minute workouts. But ideally, to get a good stretch, go ahead and let your hands come down. If all you can do is reach your knees, that's fine. Toes. Really get that nice stretch through the backs of the legs, the back, coming up. Deep breath in. One more breath. Exhale. Great job. You did it. Yay. Good job. See you next time.